Boxing is a brutal sport. But sometimes, it doesn't take 12 rounds, or even 3. Sometimes, all it takes is 1 round, just 1 moment of violence, precision, and power to end a fight instantly. These are the fighters who didn't waste time. They came to knock heads off, and they did it fast. This is 10 minutes of the best first-round knockouts in boxing history. Mike Tyson versus Marvis Frazier, July 26, 1986. Let's start with the king of early knockouts, Iron Mike Tyson. Marvis Frazier stepped into the ring full of hope, but in just 30 seconds, Tyson ended it.
Marvis is hurt! Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a... It did not last 20 seconds.
They're in trap. There it was. Just clipped him right on the chin. The left was unnecessary. Marvis is badly hurt at this point. Uppercut again. And there, Marvis is out on his feet. Everything after this is just incidental.
Gerald McClellan versus Jay Bell, August 6th, 1993. 18 seconds. That's all it took for middleweight beast Gerald McClellan to fold Jay Bell. The definition of blink and you miss it.
Body right in the solar plexus, it appeared to me. Jay Bell is sprawled out on the canvas.
He cannot move. That's a shot right to the solar plexus that stops you.
Record, so we'll check all of this out, obviously. Middleweight record or the middleweight championship record? Middleweight championship record.
And by the way, while we're far afield from that, he didn't look like he was 175, 176 pounds, did we go?
Well,
Thomas Hearns versus James Schuler, March 10th, 1986. The hitman wasn't wasting time. Hearns came out aggressive and cracked Schuler with a right hand just over a minute in. Schuler hit the mat hard, stiff, unconscious. It was devastating.
And Schuler, not only is he unbeaten in his first loss, is a definite countdown as Richard Steele leads over him there. What a tremendous win for the hitman. The whole ring's invaded. It may be rain-soaked here, but they managed to slide in, I tell you that.
And sadly, Schuler passed away just 10 days later in a motorcycle accident. Nassim Hamed versus Saeed Lawal, April 20th, 1996. In 1996, the flashy Prince Nassim showed what happens when style meets power. He danced in, fired a slick left hand. 35 seconds is all it took.
He's not finished the first round, it's because Nad doesn't want to yet. It's all over. All over. The most critical finish. Ahmed retains his WBO featherweight title.
David Tua versus John Ruiz, March 15th, 1996. You want violence? Tua versus Ruiz in 96 was a demolition job. 19 seconds.
Reach advantage here. We'll see how he uses it. Tua with a big left hook and Ruiz in trouble. Tua comes right at him. Another big bomb and Ruiz is down. This could almost be over now. Tua came storming out. It's over.
Julian Jackson versus Harold Graham, November 24th, 1990. Julian Jackson was losing, getting outboxed. But one punch changed everything. A massive right hand, KO of the year material. Technically round 2, but the same explosive first round energy. Daniel Dubois versus Ebenezer Tete, September 27th, 2019. Heavyweight prospect Daniel Dubois came in with intent. Against Tete, he landed a brutal combo early, dropped him multiple times, and forced a stoppage, all within 1 round. The London crowd loved it.
He goes again. Therefore, your winner, and now the Commonwealth and WBO International Heavyweight Champion, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Roy Jones Jr. versus Glenn Kelly, February 2nd, 2002. Not a pure round 1 KO, but this moment's legendary. Roy Jones put both hands behind his back, baited a jab, then knocked Kelly out cold with one punch from the hip. Peak Roy. Unbelievable swagger.
Because of the style of the opponent or whatever.
Shane Mosley learned that last Saturday night.
Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale, May 18th, 2019. Breazeale thought he could stand with Wilder. Bad move. Wilder landed a right hand just 2 minutes into round 1. Breazeale was gone before he hit the mat. Wilder's power is unreal.
To this point. Oh, big right hand! Down goes Breazeale! On a lethal right hand! Another victim to add to his list!
Manny Pacquiao versus Farsan, December 11, 2004. Before he was an icon, Pacquiao was already terrorizing opponents. Against Farsan, he landed a left hand so violent the Thai fighter flew backward. First round beatdown, no mercy. Dimitri Bivol versus Trent Broadhurst, November 4th, 2017. At Monte Carlo's Salle Médecin, Dimitri Bivol defended his WBA light heavyweight title in just 1 round. From the bell, Bivol used his piston-like jab to control the ring. Mid-round, Broadhurst went down, but it was ruled a slip. But right at the closing seconds of round 1, Bivol landed a devastating right hand that dropped Broadhurst hard. He couldn't beat the count, and the referee immediately stopped the fight at the bell.
More than anything, didn't see knocked out. Wow.
Mike Tyson versus Carl Williams, July 21st, 1989. Another Tyson moment, because he owns this list. Carl Williams talked big. Tyson shut him up in 91 seconds with a quick left hook. The ref saw enough in his eyes and waved it off. Iron Mike didn't miss. Edgar Berlanga vs. Ulysses Sierra, December 12th, 2020. Berlanga's early career was all first-round carnage. Against Sierra, he kept the streak alive. Multiple knockdowns, clean combinations, and a 90-second finish. He made it look too easy.
Patient for a moment.
He's down again. It's over. He did it. The streak continues. 16 for 16. What it?
James Kirkland versus Alan Conyers, March 7th, 2008. James Kirkland didn't believe in slow starts. He came out throwing bombs. Conyers dropped early, tried to recover, but Kirkland swarmed. Referee stepped in before things got ugly. Nonito Donaire versus William Prado, March 28th, 2015. Donaire's left hook is legendary. In 2015, he caught Prado flush, and it was over in 2 minutes. A single shot ended the fight. That's world-class bantamweight power.
Prado. Oh, whipping uppercut. He is hurt. Donaire pouring it on.
And that's it. He's stopped the fight. Rules must damage.
Gervonta Davis versus Hugo Ruiz, February 9th, 2019. Tank doesn't play. He walked. First-round knockouts aren't just exciting. They're a message. They say, I'm not here for a decision. I'm here to end you. Tyson, Tua, Donaire, Wilder. They showed us how dangerous one punch can be if it lands early. So which KO hit you the hardest? Drop your favorite in the comments. And if you want a part 2, you know what to do. Smash that like subscribe button. And don't blink. You might miss the next one.